just wanted to introduce you to my classroom, my space. I teach for VIPKID, and it is an online company. I teach ESL, I teach English to kids in China. I teach ages 4 to 14, so I get the whole spectrum. I was a classroom teacher in the state of Kentucky. I taught in brick and mortar for 4 years. I taught 3rd grade and 4th grade. I loved every second of being a teacher, but I decided to leave the Jefferson County, our public school system here, and decided to stay home with our kids. We have 2 babies. I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and staying home with them has been a great decision. And then VIPKID was an excellent outlet for us as far as I'm still able to teach and I'm still able to reach other kids and be a part of their life, but I'm also able to still be a part of my baby's life and be home with them full time. I just wanted to show you what it looks like to pull out my props and look over my lessons and get ready for my classes. So I am going to be preparing the lesson and props for my classes in the morning. I have 4 classes scheduled tomorrow. I usually get up at 3:30 in the morning every day, Monday through Friday. I get up early. I have time for my coffee so I can wake up. I have my devotional time and just a little bit of quiet time before I jump into teaching. So my classes start at 4:30, so that gives me plenty of time to get ready, drink coffee, have devotional, and prepare for my class. But I always prepare for my classes the day before, just because I do like to have my quiet time in the morning before teaching. So I just wanted to show you that this is the day before. I will be teaching classes in the morning starting at 4:30. And I have 1 break in between. I usually teach from 4:30 to 7, but my 5:30 class canceled, so I have a 4:30 class, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and a 6:30. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like to get those props ready and how long it takes me. All right, so here is my schedule. I had to take off this week. As you can tell, my husband was traveling for work, and when he is gone, I do not teach because there is no way that I can guarantee that my children will stay asleep while I'm teaching, so I just close those out when he is gone. So tomorrow morning I have a 4:30, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and a 6:30. I just have 4 classes. I'll show you what that looks like. So that's my calendar, and then here are my classrooms for tomorrow. And I'll go in here and I will pull up my materials for my first class with David. And let's see, so all I do is I look over my lesson material. All right, I'm going to show you just where I pull my props from, so that way I can do a time lapse of me getting ready for my day. That way you don't have to hear me talking through that or getting prepared, but I do want to show you where I'm going to be pulling props from, so that way you can kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. So over here I have a lot of my everyday props. Like if I have a new student, I show them my name tag, or a student I haven't taught that many times. I have Meg and Mike, which are our big VIPKID characters that you will meet if you ever work with VIPKID. I use a microphone in a lot of my lessons whenever we're singing. So that is my easy, quick access ones that I use a lot of. Here are my file folders. I pull from here. I have a lot of my 2D props organized here. So if I need anything on like clothing, I can just come to my clothing folder and pull those props, or transportation. So I have all of these organized by either topic or unit or lesson. That way it's easy for me to find quickly if I need it last minute, if I get a last minute booking, or which doesn't happen very often, but if it ever does, it's easy access for me to find a lesson. So over here I have my a lot of my 3D props organized alphabetically. This just helps, especially while I'm teaching. I don't have to pull some of my props beforehand, because say I know I'm going to need a bus during the lesson, I can come up here, pull it out quickly, and show my student a bus. Or if, let's say, we got off topic a little bit, maybe we had some extra time to talk, or they were telling me that they had French fries from McDonald's for dinner, we can pull this prop out and use this to help them correlate the English with an actual object. So here are all of my 3D props organized. Here are some of my reward systems that I used for easy access. And then here are my folders or my drawers I use to organize my class. I usually teach 5 classes, but I always just keep 4 drawers because I usually always put my first class right here where my headphones are. That way I'm ready to roll with my props and my headphones first thing in the morning. So here are some more supplies. So here I keep things I need quickly, like my seasons or my pronouns, my months of the year and days of the week are all right here. Quick access. My whiteboard I use every single class. I keep it right here. I usually keep this drawer open so I can pull it out quickly to use. I use it all the time. So having whiteboard markers is very crucial for me. But yeah, so those are just where some of my props are. Down here I have it organized by wild animals, farm animals, fruits, veggies, things like that. Anything random I keep in here that I've used before. And these are just reward systems that I've used. So down here I have like milk and juice that I teach during our food unit. I have some random props in here, like when I teach big or blue for the beginning students, or police or car. Here I use this a lot to teach about location when I'm teaching about different countries. Just some different props that I pull out quite often that I keep here for easy access during class. We use the word book a lot, so I pull some of these to teach title or cover, things like that. So I will go ahead and show you what it looks like when I set up my classroom for the day. Alright, and that is how I prepare for my classes. It does not take very long. It takes me maybe 10 minutes at most to prepare. I do use, if I don't use props, like I said, I do use my whiteboard quite often during class. Just use it for everything. Letters, pictures, I draw sometimes before class if I need to. Like I have these larger whiteboards that I use to sometimes work out math problems or word problems that we're going to do, and I set it up before class. That way I'm not wasting time during class setting it up. But I didn't have to set any of that up today. Pretty easy lessons. A lot of them I've already taught. I've been with VIPKID now for over a year, so I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the material. Some I'm still learning or trying to get used to, but a lot I've seen many times and taught many times, so it's easy for me to pull props. In the beginning it did take a little longer for me to read over each detail and figure out what it is I need to get, but as I've taught and I've learned, I've easily adapted to what it is that I need to grab. So feel free to send any questions or comments. I'd love to help you if you have any more questions. I know, like I said, I get asked a lot how long it takes me to prepare, what I have to do. VIPKID prepares all of my lessons for me. I do not prepare anything except for the props, what you saw here today. There is no grading after. All I do is provide feedback to the parents, which takes just like a minute and a half, 2 minutes at most after class. And I do grade during a class if I have an assessment. Like tomorrow I will have an assessment and there will be a form that I will complete while I'm teaching. It's very easy though, and I can go and fill that in while I'm teaching to let the parents know how their child performed on that assessment. So feel free to send me any messages, and thank you for watching. Bye!